You don't accept yourself the way you walk. You won't accept yourself the way you talk. The biggest problem that human beings are facing right now is see themselves as another person. They can't see what they have, what makes them who they are. So when you accept yourself as you are, a lot of things will begin to change in your life because now you can operate 100% as the person that God created on earth. You can operate 100% on your purpose because you're not trying to be somebody else. By not knowing who you are or accepting yourself as you are, will diminish your confidence. Everybody can see how sweet you are. Everybody can see how beautiful you are. Everybody can see how good you look. But when you look at yourself in the mirror, if you don't see that, you will constantly doubt in yourself. When people saying things to you, you won't be able to believe this thing because you don't know it. Like they talking about something like probably in your world, in your mind, these things that they saying about me not even exist yet. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and appreciate who you see. Appreciate who you see. Appreciate who you are. You need to appreciate your own talent because everybody born with a talent. Some people has the worst comment about themselves, while everybody else could see you are a good person. You can do this, you can do that, but you're the only one that ain't caught up with it yet. I want you to start by accepting yourself. Make a decision, just make a switch. I remember back then I couldn't listen to my voice talking. For me, like I sound so bad. I remember there was a time I couldn't listen to myself talking. I couldn't even look at a video that I recorded because I'm like, wow, I sound bad. I look bad. I look this. I look that. These are opinions that I form in my mind against my own self. These were like these things were holding me back from moving forward. This thing, like, I remember that I just like I listen to myself, I listen to voice messages that I sent, I look at myself in videos that I recorded. Like I started appreciating myself like as I am because other people can see it. I'm like, why not me? If I sound like that 100 times that I record myself, that's mean that's who I am. When I look at myself in the mirror, I see the person that other people are, saying, "Bo, you inspired me, Bo. I like your physics, Bo. I like what you said in this video. I like this and that." I'm like, okay, basically that's who I am, and I started complimenting myself for who I am. Like I started appreciate things that other people appreciate in me. Like I became my own thing. By doing that, when someone look at me, I know who they're looking at right now. When I dress, I look at the mirror. When I step outside, I know who steps outside. That's the thing. When I'm walking down the street, my own self, like I'm the first person knowing who's walking right now, who that person is. When I step in the room, people wants to talk to me. Like I already, like I just embrace that. Okay, that's who I am. I have something in me that even me cannot describe because people approach me, all kind of people, all kind of races. They approach me. They want to talk to me. They want to talk to me about their personal life. They want to talk to me about, just casual things, but they just want to talk to me. They can't hold themselves when I'm around and I don't know them. So I started knowing and appreciating myself for this thing that's happening on my life. Because the outside, your environment is a mirror. Your environment is a mirror that's gonna tell you how you look like, what you represent for them. This is why sometimes you have to change your environment in order to see your true value. But what I'm asking you to do is you yourself knowing who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, anybody can tell you otherwise. You cannot discern who you are as a person, what your values are. You won't be able to change environment yourself because you don't know who you are. I believe that by not knowing who you are, anyone can make you believe something about yourself. But now, as I accept myself the way I am, as I study myself, I look at myself in the mirror. No one can tell me otherwise now. If I'm somewhere I don't feel appreciated, I will leave. Nothing will hold me back to leave. It would be easier for me to move away. It would be easier for me to step out of that environment because I know who I am, and I know when you know, I'm not being appreciated, or I'm not receiving the full value that I deserve. I know when people don't like me. I know when people likes me. I'm not seeking validation because I know who I am. I'm not begging nobody because I know who I am. I even work on some areas of my life because I noticed that this part of my life, I'm not being 100% on it. I gotta read more. Okay, I know how I talk. I gotta read more, listen more, and sound better. These things that I already accept myself. I already accept myself. I remember like not too long ago, I was battling with the way I speak English. I'm like, that's how I sound. That's me. Like, that's me. There's nothing that I can do to sound like someone else. I can better myself. I work on that, and along the journey, I keep learning. I never stop learning. But guess what? I accept myself first. I'm not waiting for nobody else to tell me who I am. You gotta accept yourself and work to better yourself. I can show up everywhere, and I always showed up. I can speak anywhere. I've been speaking in front of a camera, but the first thing I did is look at these videos. I appreciate the effort that I'm doing. I appreciate like my progress. Nobody has to tell me, boy, you sound good, boy, you sound this and that. I can spot that because first of all, I accept who I am. I take inventory of who I am, and I'm like, okay, I need to work on this, I need to work on that, I need to work on this. Accept who you are, accept your flaws, and work to make yourself better.